Hello, true art believers, and welcome to tonight's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you are watching 500 Days of Drawing. Today is day 417, and we are going to be doing some quick figure drawing, gesture drawing, 1 to 2 minutes, 1 to 3 minutes long for about 30 minutes in its entirety. And I will talk about my day. I'll talk about life. I'll talk about philosophy. And I think that's about it. I don't really got anything else to talk about. Anyways, let's begin the live stream, shall we? Alrighty, I hope you're doing well today. I am doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. I am let's take that off. Let's take that off. I always try to do this. Every time I try to do this, it never works out. It never works out. I try to listen to tunes while I'm talking, and it's just like it's noise that I don't need. Anyways, let's begin the gesture drawings. Let's kind of get my brush setting, trim that down. Let's make sure we have everything in order here. Get my brush the right size, right? I think that's a good size because that way I can go. I know that's probably too big. All right, and maybe we'll do that. And let's begin. Let's begin. 1 minute gesture drawings. I think it's 1 minute. They better be 1 minute. Okay, let's just start. Let's start with 1 minute. Let's see what I can get done because I kind of stopped talking. I kind of whatever it is. I kind of just blah 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 blah. But let me tell you something. There's days, man. I was just thinking about this. Just now. I was procrastinating, just drawing. I really was. I just don't want to do it today, and it's been like that for a while. It's been like, why do I even bother today? Like, why do I even bother yesterday and so forth? But like, there's been days I'm just kind of like, this is a hard figure right here. He's doing like some b-boy dance. So he's doing like a handstand. So there's a lot happening and a lot to kind of unpack in a minute. So you're not gonna get anything phenomenal, by the way. But yeah, it's just one of those days, man. There's been a lot of those actually for the past, I don't know, it's been like the past, I don't know, 50 days of doing these where I've just been like, like I get like a sour taste in mouth, like a bad taste in my mouth when I have to do one of these live streams. Like, oh my gosh, I have to do another one. Um, I don't know why. I'm tired of it. Not like it's just weird. It's it's like, but like art can be like that, man. There's when you're doing anything that you have a passion for, art can be very, very like boring. It can be very unfulfilling a lot of the times. It's not like it can be like that. And that's okay, man. But like it just want you to understand, like it's okay to have those feelings that you just don't feel like doing it. But all I gotta say is if you don't feel like doing it, that's the biggest that's um you know that's an indication that you should do it, you know. And I've talked about this numerous times. I like to apply the analogy with working out a lot, but like sometimes I don't feel like doing it, working out, simply not because I don't feel like doing it, but more like it's super late, and now when I if I decide to work out, it basically takes away from my sleep. And if it's taken away from my sleep, I kind of decide I make it an executive decision to say, you know what, we're just going to forego it, you know. And It's just one of those things that I genuinely don't have that extra time to do. Man, I wish I did. I wish I did. I really do wish I had the time to do the gesture, like to do the exercises that I want to do. I really do. But like, what are you gonna do, man? You can't. You have to sacrifice something, and the like drawing's more important than uh, having a six pack, I guess. Not that I ever had one, but I'm just saying it's more important because it hits it does it grows it grows me in a different way. Like it it hits a like a nerve within my like spiritual being, I guess, and um it's just something I need to do, right? But I'm gonna tell you, some days, some days, a lot of days, you're not gonna want to do it. You're not gonna want to do it. It's a lot. It can be mentally draining. I know, like a lot of you who are not professional artists, like and you want to do these things, but like you're also working 40 hours a week. And you also have obligations you have to do outside of whatever else. So like where's the time? Where do you spend the time? Where can you find the time to do it? And a lot of people say, "Oh, you can find the time." It's not always true, man. There's always things that you have to do, like what if everything breaks down in your house? Like, what if your car breaks down? What if you're taking care of a family member that literally is a 9 to 9 or a 6 to 9, right? Well, what if you have those situations where you have to do those things, and you can't always be. It's not always going to be fair, and I understand if you not being able to do the things that you want to do. It sucks sometimes, and I've been in those situations. You know, many a time. I don't go out anymore. I used to go out a lot. My job where I work at, I see a lot of people go out, and I like get a little bit jealous. I get like jealous. So like my coworkers that I work with go out, um, and I get a little jealous. Also, some of them have kids, and I get even more jealous that they're going out when they have kids. I'm like, wait a second, man. Like party Saturday's done, man. You shouldn't. All right. Well, that would have been a good figure to work with too if I had more in a minute. Ah, man. But some days, man, art is not fun. Art is not fun. And, there's people that say it's always fun for them and good for them, man. Merry Christmas, dude. Merry Christmas. Because more power to you. Because there's a lot of people, a lot of artists where it's not always like uh, um, uh, uh, party hats and confetti. Some days it's just like you're struggling. Some days it's just a thing you got to do. You know, and I wish I like for me my struggle is not necessarily doing the lives. Sometimes it's more like fitting the lives and also fitting a a exercise regimen. I can't seem to be doing both. It's either one or the other right now. It's like it's either one or the other. Like, do I uh focus on my physical fitness, or do I focus on doing these lives and slowly improving in my art, you know? And I choose the art thing. I choose that, right? And I think we all should be thinking about that as individuals. Like, it's hard. It's a tough thing to think about. It's a tough thing to accept for us. Like, it's tough for us to accept that we have to make those decisions. Um, but yeah, I actually was like, I didn't even want to start. Like, I didn't even want to start the live. I didn't want to do the drawing. I have something on my mind that's kind of like just pulling my attention away from me. Um, it's so I'm working on this like shelf in the garage, and it's gotten me worried because I feel like I'm doing everything wrong. And the reason why I feel like I'm doing everything wrong is because I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to screw things in. I know how to make right angles and stuff like that, but I don't know like what the like science behind woodworking, you know, and why you should be using certain screws over the others, or what makes it better, uh like what when to use certain like right now I've been what's it called, a joint drill, but what's it called, like a joiner? No, it's not a joiner. I've been looking, I forgot what it was called. It's a hidden scott pot screw. I don't remember what it's called. um I should look it up actually. It's who knows. Anyways, it was a certain type of screw where you create a pocket angle. I don't know. A gosh, here's the funny thing about this is I've been looking at videos about it all day, and I forgot that the terminology already. So um it basically allows you to hide your screw hole, or I don't know, to allows you to put an angled screw hole, in this into the side of the wood. And uh I was bugging out about it because I don't know anything about those screws, or about those. All right, let's start off and do some 3-minute ones. I don't know anything about that type of like it's like a pocket hole drill, a pocket drill or pocket hole um joint. I think, maybe, I don't know what it's called. I think it might be a pocket hole joint. And I was I've been using that, and it makes me very uneasy using it because I don't know, I'm not familiar with it, you know. I'm not familiar with the pocket holes drill. And it's it's uh it's it makes me uneasy doing that. And that uneasiness um makes me worry about it, whether or not, like, oh, am I doing this correctly? And the thing is, it's the thing about it all is like, you're not going to learn unless you do it. And I'm worried that I'm making a bunch of mistakes, and I probably am. I've learned a lot about how to make frames onto studs uh, in this just today, within this week, because I've made a lot of mistakes, and learned a lot, because there's a lot of things that they just don't like teach you, or like, what was it? Like a lot of unexpected things. Like, what do you do if you find out that the wood that you're going to be drilling into is actually covered by a sheet of metal, or a part of it is covered by a sheet of metal? You know, um, you know, what do you do if part of your wood is blocked by a what would you call it? Like, what's it called? Like, the railing for the garage door. Like, what's there? Where's the how-to book on that, right? And so there's a lot of problem solving, and each draw, like each project has its own series set of like questions, like problems that you have to address. It's not all cookie cutter. It's not like not everyone's garage is the same, and so because of that, I'm left with lots of questions, and I'm trying to come up with answers. Not necessarily come up with answers, but I'm just trying to just make a decision on what I want to do with some of the information I have. And so I'm finding out new things, and I've been watching a lot of videos, and I'm getting concerned because typically with woodwork, I know what I tend to do is I tend to crank on the screws harder than they probably should, and I'm trying to figure out a good happy medium when I'm working on doing these shelves. And I don't know. I don't have. This is taking me forever, by the way. I'm so slow today. I am so slow. I am so slow. Anyways, learning a lot about woodwork, and I'm worrying about it actually. I find myself worrying about the woodwork and worrying about whether or not what I'm doing is the proper thing to do. Which is funny because I'm reading a book about how to not worry and live a happier life or be happier. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing exactly what what the book is talking about, like how to like that you're I'm worrying about things I have no control over. Like, what can I do about if I do this wrong? Well, I can't do nothing. Really, I can try to repair my mistakes, but I can't do anything other than that. And maybe I might not even be able to repair the mistakes. Maybe I have to do something completely different, which I hope is not the case because I think it's turning out fine. It's just I'm nitpicking over small things that I don't have answers to, and because I don't know what the problem is. I'm just kind of like trying to find like an area of question when I'm working. Um, and it's interesting, man. Uh, and I'm it's just not one of those things, man. It's just one of those things where you just have to take a deep breath and not worry about it because what are you going to do about it? In the end, you can't really do anything about it. Like, you make a mistake, so what? You learn from it. So that's what these shelves are. They're a giant learning experiment for me, and I'm going to be able to apply that and make a better set of shelves the next iteration, and apply that and make that a better set of shelves the next one, because I plan on doing a series of shelves in the garage, and I'm just going to get a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, and a little bit um, more precise each time, right? And so that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And already I'm getting a little bit better. Like the bottom part of the shelf was is not as good as the top part. Um, Especially how I screwed in the bolts, or like the screwed in into the studs. I got a little bit better because I kind of figured out and how much pressure and how much force I should be applying on my wood, and how to use my drill bit a little bit better to effectively use to effectively use the drill more efficiently. And so I've gotten better. So there is some things to be, happy about. But like, man, I don't know. I'm worrying about stuff that I can't do anything about it now, other than I would have to start a whole. I'd have to start a whole new set of like what would you call it? Oh, shelves if I were to try to do anything about it. But I can't really do anything about it now. It's done. The deal is done. The the work is done, and now it's all about execution. And each preceding day and each preceding like action that I do with the draw with the shelves, I get a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. And with that means the shelves get better and better. Unfortunately, you wish the shelves would be better the first time, but you can't always have be perfect the first time. You got to learn. You got to learn, you know. And people today are afraid to learn and make mistakes. And I get it, man. I made a ton of mistakes during the creation of the shelves. But I'm learning, you know, learning in the process. And that's what it's all about, is taking some of the failings that you've acquired, and trying to improve off them. So I am learning. I can't be too upset about if I make a mistake. Uh, so I know that it's going to be the next iteration of these shelves, or next version of the shelves, or if I keep going and working on the same area, they're just going to get a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, and so forth. And that's all I can hope for when working with regards to these shelves. Um, let's see here. But yeah, I tell you, some of these days when I'm doing these drawings, I'm not I'm half the time I'm not even feeling it. I'm not in the mood, right? And I would hear like other artists tell me, not other artists, but some, I guess they would be artists, some like aspiring artists who haven't quite fully made the jump, tell me that they have to be in the mood to draw, or in the mood to do whatever it is creative. And I'd say, well, 80% of the time I don't feel like drawing sometimes. you know this is an interesting photo. It's too dark though, but 80% of the time I don't really feel like doing much of this work. But the point is the fact that the point is just to keep doing it, and try to separate your like subconscious mind, or like your rational mind, because the rational mind, man, it wants to like it wants to like what's the way what's the like the it wants to find reasons for you not to do things. Like it's really good at coming up with excuses. And then you need to find you don't and what I'm trying to say is, you don't even want to do that. You don't even want to find reasons why you should do it. You should just do it, and you'll feel better for it in the long run, because you're you're if you're trying to find reasons why you should do it, then you've already lost, because that's you trying to argue against your rational subconscious, trying to like get you out of doing things that you don't want to do. Like, oh, I don't want to do this. This sucks. Blah blah blah. Like, of course you don't want to do it. Like, you don't want to do a lot of the things that you find important in your life. Not like some people do. Some people have that weird like passion. And see, I don't got much, because his whole side here is all in shadow, and all you really get is his left side. You got some nice like shadowing the shoulder here, right? That's some cast shadows and so forth. Um, but you don't really got anything else. This is kind of a drawing. This is an image that you would need a lot of time to really work with, because there's not a lot to work with regards to lines. It's basically a giant value study. You know, you would have to. This is like a picture that I have to spend time at, because it's a value drawing and not a line drawing, because I don't see a lot of like you don't see a lot of the figure. You just see whatever. Anyways, I think this might be the last one. I don't know. We'll see. I think I've drawn this figure, this particular image quite a bit. It's actually a good image. Um, if I had more time to work on it, I probably would. It's dark, but like it's got strong angles, so it makes up for it with strong angles. Um, and the fact that you can still see the figure, you know. Anyways, what a day, man! I tell you, there's these. I say this all the time. Like, what a day! What a day! Like a broken record, man. Oh my gosh, what a day, man! Oh my gosh, just like come on, man. Every day is a what a day day. Like after a full day of like just working and doing things, you could say every day is a what a day day. Like, oh, I just go, go, go. If you're one of those guys or gals that spend all day just literally going and doing things and just nonstop, no break, it literally is a what a day day. Because a what a day day is a day that you're like going feet ahead, you know, and yeah, you're just going full speed, and you literally have no time to breathe. Like it's one of those days, just like, oh my gosh, can you please just give me a moment, give me a moment to sit down and kick my feet up, and not a moment to kick my feet up at the very end of the day. I don't like. Don't you hate that day? Those days where you're the only time you can kick your feet up is at the end of the day. That's the worst. That is the worst, dude. Like literally, like oh, I get to kick my feet up at the end of the day. Oh, great. So you've been doing nothing but moving around and working all day, and people would say, "Oh, it's great. It's good for the soul." Like, yeah, it is, but man, come on. Then when is there's got to be moments in your that can't be everything. That can't be everything. Uh, that can't be your existence always, right? It always, it's so annoying. Like that's just a thing. Like I just hate it sometimes. Or like that's my existence is like literally a where I'm just working on things, and I don't like it. Don't like it sometimes. Uh, so this is gonna be it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cancel it, and I'm going to open this photo up individually and kind of just play around with it for a little bit, like and play around with it for probably another minute or so. Um, yeah, play around for another minute on it, and then call it a day. Call it a what a day day. But yeah, I tell you, this has always been the case for me, especially since I've been doing these live streams. Like I've been doing making art, and it's been like me making art, and it doesn't feel like I'm making art for myself. Uh, it's been making me pause to think when do I when do I make some art for myself, right? I've been trying to think about it, like when can I make some art for myself, or like not even art for myself, but like when can I make art that feels like I'm making art and not doing like sketches, you know? And that's what I've been feeling like as of lately is like I feel like I've been just doing sketches every day, um, you know, and it's been that's what it is like though. I've been trying to figure out what I can do about it. Is like how can I make these live streams to where I actually make something, like actually make work. And I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot, and like I don't know what I can be doing uh, to uh, to get to that point. And so I've just been playing around and trying to do different things like this thing where I'm making the brush really large to kind of uh, mass out areas. I've been thinking about like how I can use the brush for this particular brush to my advantage, you know. And I don't know, like it's. I think I kind of like it, but I'm still a little uneasy about it. Like I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing, right? Um, yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna put my signature here, and it is day 400. Nope, not 47. 417. Anyways, that is it. I am done for the evening. I hope you enjoyed today's live art stream, and I wish you all the best. I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. This is Pierson. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, and cheers. Take care, everyone.